And tomorrow, Kenya's third President Emilio Mwai Kibaki will be laid to rest at the Othaya home in Nyaeri County. Now, the former president, who served between 2003 and 2012, is credited with reviving Kenya's then ailing economy. Today, on My Culture, we'll take a look at state funeral rites with full military honors and protocol. Let's look at this.
Friday, 22nd April 2022, President Uhuru Kenyatta, as the current Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, announced the passing on of former President Emilio Mwai Kibaki and put a seal on the statement.
It is my sorrowful duty to announce to the nation the passing on of His Excellency Emilio Mwai Kibaki. His Excellency Mwai Kibaki lived a dedicated life of service, and we salute a notable father figure in the chronicles of our nation.
The death proclamation was the first of many honors that the country would bestow on the former president. President Kenyatta declared a period of national mourning, including the flying of national flags at half-mast, until a state funeral was held. President Kenyatta said the former president would be accorded a state funeral with full military honors and protocols.
Move to the right into 5, right turn.
Later on, he witnessed the lowering of the national flag at State House by the Presidential Guard from the General Service Unit, dressed in full ceremonial uniform, to symbolize the official start of the period of national mourning. This interment will be Kenya's 7th state funeral, but the third to have full military honors. Founding President Jomo Kenyatta and his successor Daniel Moi were the only other two people to be accorded such elaborate funerals in 1978 and 2020 respectively. Former Vice President Kijana Wamalwa, Nobel Peace Laureate Wangari Maathai, former Nyaeri Governor Wahome Gakuru and former First Lady Lucy Kibaki were given state funerals without military honors. Immediately, President Kenyatta made the official proclamation. The military took over operations at the Lee Funeral Home in Nairobi, where former President Kibaki's body was being preserved. On Monday at Lee Funeral Home, dressed in ceremonial tunics, officers from the Kenya Army, Kenya Air Force, and Kenya Navy wheeled the casket bearing the body of former president draped in a Kenyan flag on a roller to the gun carry. The 4x4 multi-role troop carrier is a vehicle designed specifically for the military and special forces, used in conducting reconnaissance, escort and support duties. The vehicle is designed to carry 2 officers in the crew cabin, accommodate others in the troop compartment, and mount cargo on the rear side. On board the troop compartment, 9 senior officers in the rank of Colonel adorned in red tunics took the role of pallbearers. The procession left Lee Funeral Home, snaking its way to Parliament through Valley Road and Uhuru Highway. On arriving at Parliament buildings, the casket was mounted onto a waiting roller and the national anthem was played. After the anthem, a small guard of honor was mounted and the casket wheeled into the red-carpeted speaker's walk by 10 colonels who marched in a slow procession behind a team of religious leaders. After a brief moment of prayer and paying of respects to the late president's body was removed from the casket and placed on a table draped in white linen and a pillow, setting the stage for the viewing exercise. On his arrival at Parliament, President Uhuru Kenyatta led the nation in viewing President Kibaki's body, which lay at the foyer just outside the main entrance to the National Assembly's debating chamber. The body was guarded by 4 soldiers drawn from the 3 formations of the Kenya Defence Forces, Kenya Army, Kenya Air Force and Kenya Navy, dressed in official regalia. Each stood at a corner where the body lay with their backs to the body, weapons inverted and their heads bowed. Near the body, a glass casing containing the red ceremonial outfit of the Kenya Army, complete with a sword and a cup, was placed. During the entire time the body lay in state for public viewing, the colonels stood guard in turns. On the side, various items such as a golf club, books he enjoyed reading, a notebook, an executive pen were placed. In 1978, Mzee Kenyatta's body lay in state for 10 days, while national mourning lasted a month. During that time, it was guarded by 16 officers at any given time. President Moi's body lay in state at Parliament buildings in 2020 to allow public viewing for 3 days before taken to the Nyayo National Stadium for the National Requiem Mass. Kenyans were given a chance to sign condolence books for President Kibaki at Harambee House, the Supreme Court buildings, Parliament, all regional commissioners' offices, all county commissioners' offices, and in embassies abroad. On the third and final day of viewing President Kibaki's body, Kenyan lawmakers gathered at the National Assembly's reception area at about 4:45 p.m. to be part of the military procession, so as to honor the former president with a procession around Parliament, recognizing his long service. In the last 2 days, the procession was for the clergy and the military. Wednesday's events included the leadership of both houses and the members. The legislators waited for the casket to be placed on the gun carriage for the journey to Lee, and bidding goodbye to a fallen icon. Through a Gazette notice, the government had declared Friday, April 29th a national holiday following the death of President Kibaki. National Funeral Steering Committee for the late president announced the day will be spent paying last respects to the former head of state. A state funeral for Kenya's dead president will be held at Nyayo National Stadium in Nairobi with full military honors and protocols. On Saturday, President Mwai Kibaki's body will be transported to Othaya by road for the final burial mass. Retired president who died aged 90 will be laid to rest at his Othaya family home after a public service at Othaya approved school on the same day. An elaborate ceremony with military honors is expected to be attended by a host of political leaders in the country led by President Uhuru Kenyatta. Thousands of mourners from across the country are also expected to attend the occasion. He will be sent off with a 19-gun salute by the Kenya Defence Forces. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I'm Jackie Wambiru.